So hi, if you're new here, my name is Nicholas. I'm currently on a break of doing work, and now I'm working on my own project of understanding what it means to be a more better human of the future in the age of automation. The reason why I talked about stopping work was that I am a freelance documentary filmmaker. I've been working in the film industry for 13 years, and currently we're in the situation where a lot of people are losing out on their jobs. Creative fields are being hit. Finance and tech and all that kind of thing is creating these products that is sort of taking a hit for the creative industry because all these AI generated stuff is coming up online. Therefore, a lot of people in those fields will look at creatives and go like, why do we need them when we can just create it ourselves? But having said that, there's no substitute for hard work, trusting people, making friends, lived experiences, promoting culture, keeping traditions, and asking great questions. So having said that, I thought of taking this little opportunity, this short little period of my life, take a break from working full-time and to work on my own project to understand what it means to become the human of the future. The reason why this exists is because I was having a conversation with a friend once. He's not the brightest person in the room. The way he speaks and structures his sentences was funny. What happened was we were having a random conversation about comparing something to another thing. This particular friend said, oh, this is more better than something else. Essentially, it's a very Singlish, broken English type of sentence to just compare something with another and say that something is better than the other. And the word that he was using is more better. And I was thinking about this situation after where we were laughing at this scenario because we were like, haha, more better. He's using broken English. He could have said something like, this was better than this particular thing. But the way he naturally said it was, this is more better than the other one, which is something that I understand, but robots do not understand. Because a few days before that, I was trying to just test AI and say like, can you come up with a very Singlish script? It came out with this very clinically written script, which didn't really hit in a way. You know that it's fake because a lot of the wordings that was put together was very, based on someone else's experience. Hearing Singlish, how it was spoken, and telling someone else, this is how Singlish is spoken, which became very weird. And I compared that to my particular experience with this conversation that we were having with this friend. And I was thinking that, oh, damn, maybe this could be the last of what humans could actually be. Maybe this particular moment was the last that I could actually feel human with his mistake of putting a sentence together, saying wrong words together, but still making sense in a way, because this is still what humans actually are. We are intelligent, but not so intelligent like the AI can just, cumulatively pull things together. And this is how and what humans speak and talk and all that kind of thing. That really sparked a lot of questions for me. Like, where are we going in the future with all this technology coming about? Where are we going to find new meaning, especially if a lot of jobs are going to be taken up by these robots, all the basic level jobs and that kind of thing. A lot of people are complaining and like, why is AI helping us with all these arts and creative work? There was this thing that really scared me because a lot of people were saying that, oh, AI is taking over a lot of creative work. Why should it be doing all this art and creative stuff when it could be helping me with cleaning the room or doing chores and that kind of thing? And I was thinking, do you really want that to happen like right now? Where if we do take a hit for all the creative work right now and it starts helping us do those chores, a lot of people more will be out of jobs. People working at the servers at restaurants, people who are cleaning, people who are servicing hotels, and basically all the basic jobs will all start to be gone, annihilated. And then we'll be left with a lot of free time, and what will be then? What do we do then? So essentially, this whole project is for me to uncover what that means. I'm still not 100% sure where I'm going on this project. It just really interests me to understand what it means to be human. And in other facets of my life, I have been understanding that actually there's no limit to where we can be as humans. I feel from time to time I need to go and change up the angles a bit, because one problem which I came when I was thinking about how I'm going to document this whole process of doing this project, most of the stuff that I have implemented into my life in comparison to other people, that do vlogs out there, not very visually appealing. What do I mean by this? A lot of the stuff that I do in my life is very optimized. Firstly, when I talked about this, me not going to find work and that kind of thing and me just doing whatever, it's not new to me. because there have been a lot of droughts for months before I got a new project. That's just how the industry works. So this uncertain period of my life is not new to me. The only difference is that now I am doing a project myself, so it's taking 100% of my time. On top of this, a lot of other things in my life, for example, my entertainment or how I run my life in terms of doing work. A lot of people go to cafes, a lot of people go out and meet people, a lot of people do things that are outside. I do too. The thing is that it is not a necessity for me. It is more like a privilege for me to go and meet my friends, to go out with them. And it's more like candy at the barber shop after I cut my hair. It's like the necessity of cutting the hair is going there to cut your hair and just come out with a nice fade or whatever. But really the candy on the counter, if it was there, it will make me happy, but it's not something that I really need to take if it was there. I can just leave with a nice haircut and not feel that I did not miss out on anything. Essentially what I'm trying to say is that my life is so optimized that visually, if I were to film my life, it will be quite boring because I'm just sitting at a computer and sitting at a computer. Tripod. So one thing that I was really thinking of is like, how am I going to show this project visually? Recently, I went to the botanical gardens and I saw some swans. Can you see? Oops. How about now? Yep. The park, and we have a swan. Swan. Where's the swan? Here it is. I think it's in a live photo. Yeah. But anyway, when I was at the botanical gardens, I shut off all my music. I took out my AirPods. I was just standing there and I was like, oh, this is so good. And this really got me thinking that the whole point of whatever I'm doing right now is for that. It's for us to get out into the world. It's for us to live as humans into the world. And I am fearful that in the future where, again, a lot of jobs are taken over and then we'll be left with nothing else to do but to understand that we are human and we got to do things. And if everything is already done for us, then what do we do? So if we are striving towards finding meaning, a lot of people tie their meaning to their work. And if the work is already taken over, then what will be for a lot of people? Would there be even more conflict in the world because people are starting to go crazy because there's no use of their time, or I don't know. One thing is for certain though that I have really resonated with is that no one knows what the future is going to hold. No one knows what they can prepare on. A lot of the news outlets and whatever trends that really come out is based off the past, and using the past, that's how people go about thinking about the future, you know, how they want to bet on the future based on the evidence of the past. My point is with this is that I'm not trying to be some PhD expert, nor am I trying to be someone to guide you into the future to say like, do this, do that, do that. No. For me personally, I have lived my life in a very shallow way, just going about doing projects and living like a plastic bag in the wind kind of thing, just being pushed. But now me taking a stand to go and figure out what I want and figure out how this future is going to bring us to become more human, this drives me to believe that if I start now and start upgrading myself now, whether it's adapting to living with robots or living with these questions in my head and slowly answering them over time, well, then I will be able to uncover the answers of what makes us more human. So that's why this project really excites me for me to do. And I'm taking a year to do it. So there is a definite timeline for me to actually complete this. By the end of 2026, if this does not turn into something which is monetorial and, you know, I can't survive off many years of not having any money, I have enough just for the year. So that is where I'm going with my life. So one of the ways that I need to tell you how this project is going to happen is that what does it mean to actually go full on with this project for the next 1.5 years? Well, I'm going to be starting multiple YouTube channels, not just this particular one, because like I said, this is more of going to be a very talk kind of channel. We are going to do a lot of research together. We are going to explain life, and we are gonna optimize our life to become better humans. But like I said, there are other facets of my life which I do want to share, and also there are parts of my life where actually, from a channel perspective, when you want to niche down in a way, there are just too many interests to put into one channel. So that's why I decided to do it in many different channels. So if you're thinking of this as a business approach, I'm essentially testing and experimenting in different channels at the same time. Also, it comes to a point where you just cannot just keep posting a lot of videos every single day. People will get burnt out from that, viewer fatigue and that kind of thing. So that's why I'm thinking that I do not just want to stick to one channel. I want to do multiple YouTube channels, but it's okay. You know, I came from the film industry, as I keep saying, and how I plan videos around it, I will stay ahead. I'll be fine. Essentially, how we're going to go about this is that this right now, this channel that you're watching is going to be the command center. The reason why this is the command center is that this is going to be more the driver of the research, like I said before, and also the optimization of life, where you're going to see me run my marathon, and other facets of life of how to learn and upgrade yourself. While this is the main channel, the command center, where I'll be telling you how my life is going and how I'm going on with this project, the other channels are there to show you other parts of my life. One will be about my off day, where it has nothing to do with optimization. That will become a more personal channel. You can see a lot of the stuff that I do offline. Another channel which I'm going to be doing is a learning how to learn channel, and that channel is going to be learning the basis of languages. I'm going to do it differently. I'm going to be starting with the basis of languages, and now I'm going to be expanding into learning the cultures and traditions and meeting people and so on and so forth. It's going to be fun. That's where it is right there. And all this planning that you are hearing right now is going to start from here. So we are building towards Q4 right now. Currently we're in Q3. It is now the 7th of July 2025 as you are watching this video, and there's really nothing more to say as of now, because you will just see it unfold as we progress. But I guess slowly we'll just get on to doing the project itself. This was more of like a setting the basis of what we are going towards, what am I doing with my life, and how we are going to go about it. Because the past 6 months I've been posting videos, but I have reflected on whatever I have been posting, and it didn't really show the things that I was doing in the first place, whether it was this More Better Human research project, or running my marathon, or just optimizing my life, or just sharing whatever I do want to share with the internet. I found it very hard because I was thinking, how do I make this visually appealing? And I needed some time to actually think. But now that I'm at this stage where everything is planned, it is easy for me to start making these videos and start showing you the things that I do want to. So hopefully in the future, you will stick around to join the adventure. Yeah. But other things just throwing in there before I end this video is that the whole thing about this More Better Human project, the title is More Better Human, that's why I'm calling it. One thing that you can start to take away is try different, not harder. I came from a space where I used to try so hard in trying to fit in, trying to adapt, trying to do things like everyone else was doing. And that didn't really lead me anywhere in life, because I was just digging a hole with bigger shovels, which didn't really help. It's about trying different locations. It's about trying different methods, being inspired by other cultures and traditions to see how you can work on it yourself. And I found that to be very successful. You know, I became quite successful in trying different instead of harder of living my life. So what I wish for other people is to gain a sense of this try different, not harder mantra that you can use into your life. I'm not trying to tell you to live your life the way that I tell you to. The main thing for me is that whatever I go with this project, whatever I'm learning, hopefully you can be inspired to take some ideas out from this and go and use it in your own life. Whether you agree or don't disagree, it's more about expanding your brain. A lot of people are so stuck with this whole journey of going one way in life. So I hope to be this driver of making it different. The last thing I do want to talk about is that I have this little Telegram group broadcast channel where I do post stuff on little updates on whatever I'm doing. This was really inspired by a lot of the K-pop stuff that I do follow, where they have their own little social channels and they can do their very instant chat. So if you do want to follow along and you don't want to wait for the videos, you can just go and follow the Telegram channel, which is down in the description below. And I will see you guys there and in the next video, I guess. So that's all to say for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. My name is Nicholas Chin, and I hope to see you guys on the next adventure. Goodbye.